When I ask friends who go to Japan for the first, second, or even 20th time what their favorite part of visiting Japan is, the number one answer for sure is the food. With Tokyo having the most 3-starred Michelin restaurants in the world, you'll notice the Japanese take a lot of pride in the food they create. Their attention to detail in every dish they craft is outstanding. Japanese cuisine encompasses many different cultures, like Japanese French or Japanese Italian, and Japan was doing fusion before the word fusion even existed. If you ever find yourself in Japan, my wish for you is that you get to try all different kinds of food and don't just stick to sushi and ramen. Of course, the sushi and ramen are amazing in Japan, but there is so much more. We landed in Japan just in time for dinner, and our first stop is to go have Mizutaki. Mizutaki is a hot pot dish from the Fukuoka region that usually consists of chicken and veggies. A lot of restaurants in Japan have a course menu where you pay a set price and it comes with appetizers, the main meal, and a dessert. Our course came with beautiful 3-part appetizer, sashimi, and the main course. The Mizutaki is almost white from the chicken stock being double boiled, and it was so flavorful, and we used a house-made ponzu dipping sauce and paired it with white rice. If you think street food in Japan, you automatically think of takoyaki. Takoyaki is a ball-shaped wheat flour-based batter filled with octopus. Don't let the octopus part scare you. This is a must-try in Japan. They cook it on a custom griddle while using a toothpick-like tool to turn them over. They're topped with mayonnaise, some sauce, bonito flakes, and green onion. Definitely best eaten fresh off the griddle. Taiyaki is another popular street food. It's a fish-shaped waffle filled with sweet red bean paste, served piping hot right off the griddle. Don't be alarmed, it's only shaped like a fish and doesn't consist of or taste like fish at all. It's a super yummy dessert. There are many famous chain restaurants in Japan. Probably the most famous is Yoshinoya. But have you heard of the Ikinari brand of restaurants? Ikinari Steak has over 300 locations throughout Japan and even one in New York City. It's known for their lack of chairs, making it an upgraded fast food option. Your steak arrives on a sizzling cast iron plate and comes with garlic butter on top and pretty delicious fried rice and salad. You can get extra sides like corn, and your table comes equipped with every sauce you could think of, and a couple salad dressings as well. If you like being able to choose your own flavor for your steak, then this is the place for you. There is no Kobe beef here, but if you want a plain good steak in a hurry, then this is the place. If you're looking for Kobe beef, then this restaurant located in Ginza receives a big thumbs up from us. Our friend who's a Tokyo local introduced us to this Kobe steak place years ago, and it's been my go-to ever since. Pro tip, go at lunch to get their lunch specials where you can get A5 Kobe steak starting at $90 US. If $90 is too steep, their A3 Wagyu steak is just as tasty and much more affordable at $29. The steak comes with garlic chips, 2 sauces, and salt. It's melt-in-your-mouth goodness, and I promise your life will change after eating a Kobe steak. My absolute favorite place to come and show Japan first-timers is the Depa Chika. Short for Department Chika, Chika meaning basement. In most big department stores in the basement level, you will find a food paradise consisting of ready-made foods from Japanese, Chinese to Italian, and all the desserts you can dream of. You will find a lot of locals buying gifts here, as Japanese people like to gift food, and you will also find tourists stocking up on food to take home. The way the Japanese package their food and desserts is my favorite thing. Most of the time they're packaged individually and put in a box and then wrapped so you can easily give them as a gift. All in all, the Depa Chika is a great place to buy ready-made food for your picnic or for taking back to your hotel. It's also a great place to buy gifts for your loved ones. Takano Fruit's Parlor is a famous fruit cafe serving things like fruit and waffles and fruit sandwiches. Yes, fruit sandwiches, and yes, it works, and it's delicious. One thing I've noticed about Japan is that their fruit is very expensive because they put a lot of love into their craft of making fruits. Takano Fruits Parlor uses the best fruit that Japan has to offer. For the fruit sandwich, they use their softest, freshest bread. Did I mention that Japan has the best bread I have ever eaten? And they put fruit and house-made whipped cream inside. I highly recommend a stop here if you're tired from the 20,000 steps you've probably taken exploring the city. Check out the size of this Shine Muscat grape. It costs about $30 for the whole bunch, but it was the best grape I've ever had. If you're in Japan during Muscat season, this is a must try. Of course, this video wouldn't be complete without me having some sushi to show you. And the Kaiten Sushi, it's such a fun and inexpensive way to enjoy sushi in Japan. With plates costing on average 100 yen or about $1 US, this is great for budget travelers. Kaiten means to turn, and the sushi comes on conveyor belts and turns around and around till someone picks it up to eat it. You can also order fresh sushi on the screen at your table, and the system will assign you a color. In our case, our color was gold. Every time something came on a gold dish, we knew it was ours. And boy, did we eat. If you're wanting a sushi bar experience in Tokyo, then check out Sushi Bar Yasuda. Some of you may have heard of him from the late Anthony Bourdain. Some of you also may know him from his long-standing sushi restaurant in New York City. He gave up his New York restaurant to come back to Tokyo to open his 8-seat sushi restaurant in Aoyama. Chef Yasuda highlights his rice, and although most all of his customers are foreigners, you still get a very Japanese experience. It's a plus that he speaks English from being in New York all those years and converses with and entertains each guest. The sushi is high grade and A+. This is Omoide Yokocho, also known as Memory Lane or Piss Alley. Walking through this narrow alley is reminiscent of old Showa era Japan. You can find many food stalls here, mostly yakitori. You'll find lots of tourists here along with Japanese office workers relaxing, drinking a beer, and getting small bites to eat. The yakitori we got was mediocre at best, and I felt it was more touristy than being a great place to eat. Definitely still worth a stroll though. We checked into a ryokan for one night to relax and enjoy some kaiseki food. A ryokan is a Japanese-style inn that typically has onsens or hot spring baths and tatami-matted rooms. You wear yukatas throughout your stay, and they serve you a traditional Kaiseki dinner in your room. Kaiseki is a traditional Japanese dinner that varies anywhere from 9 to 15 courses. Many consider it an art form balancing taste, texture, appearance, and colors by using seasonal ingredients prepared to enhance flavors. Kaiseki is usually comprised of an appetizer or amuse-bouche, a seasonal course, a sashimi course, a simmered meat or fish course, a steamed course, a lidded course, which is usually a soup, a grilled course, a fried course, and a rice course. Oftentimes, it does end with a dessert course as well. Everything not only comes out looking beautiful, but also tastes wonderful. With our bellies full, we had a good night's sleep and woke up the next morning to this view from our room. We went downstairs to have another delicious meal, their breakfast buffet. My favorite Japanese fusion food is Japanese Italian. If you haven't had pasta or pizza in Japan, I promise you, you are missing out. One of my favorite restaurants sits on the 51st floor of a high-rise in Shinjuku called Spacca Napoli. Their view is to die for, and every dish here is good, but I recommend the 4-cheese pizza that comes with honey that you drizzle on top. The honey and cheese pairing is like no other. Their house-made pastas are perfectly al dente and sauces are fresh and delicious. Down Takeshita Street in Harajuku, you'll find a cotton candy store that makes the biggest cotton candy you have ever seen in your life. We came here with our friends who were on their honeymoon and had them order one. Let's watch as they make it. My My brother has been living in Japan for the past 30 years, and as a foodie himself, his restaurant recommendations are always on par. And when he told me that we have to try soup curry and that it will change our lives, well, we had to try it. Magic Spice is in a town called Shimokitazawa and had a very eclectic vibe to it. You can choose your desired spice level, and the soup base was so flavorful and well balanced with their butter rice. There may be long waits, so keep that in mind when you visit. Rumor has it that Lady Gaga came to this Shabu Shabu spot when she was in Tokyo. It's called Shabu Zen and located in Roppongi. And if it's good enough for Gaga, it's definitely good enough for me. Dennys is so different in Japan, and we came here for breakfast and had an enjoyable meal despite the smoke coming into the non-smoking section. We really enjoyed their menu and got a kick out of how cute their kids' menu was. If you're traveling to Japan with kids, highly recommend a stop to Dennys. We got a breakfast salad and a French toast combo. Very good. So, until recently, Tokyo had the biggest Starbucks reserve in the world. Since then, Chicago has opened and taken its title. But nonetheless, in the town of Nakameguro sounds the impressive Starbucks Reserve Roastery. The wait to get into this place was a bit excessive. We waited about 40 minutes, but it was well organized with a ticketing system one door down from the actual reserve. Inside, it's 4 stories of Starbucks heaven, with the first floor being dedicated to all things coffee, second floor being dedicated to all things tea, and third floor serving cocktails. Yes, Starbucks cocktails. And the fourth and final floor being a sitting area. You can also order pastries, sandwiches, pizza, and other food items as well. We ordered a fun seasonal drink that came with yellow cotton candy and chopsticks on top. So weird. No trip to Tokyo is complete without coming to Yokohama to visit the Ramen Museum. It's called a museum, but it's more like a ramen food court. The admission fee is about 380 yen or $3 US. Definitely pay it and go in. Inside, you'll feel like you went back in time to 1958 Old Town Tokyo. There are many ramen stores that rotate in and out, and most of them have mini bowls of ramen, so you can try a few different places. Be prepared to wait in lines, as it does tend to get crowded here. While in line, ordering is done through a vending machine that spits out a ticket that you will hand to the attendant inside. Coming in at my top recommendation for visitors is Mison Tonkatsu. Mison has many locations, but I always come to their original Aoyama location. Off the main road at Omotesando, this restaurant is a must stop. If you must try one new thing in Japan, let it be here. You can get sushi and ramen anywhere in the world, but tonkatsu like this, you can only get in Japan. The crispiness of the panko breading and the quality of pork is a masterpiece. Pro tip, order from their special menu to get their special tokusen sauce. The sauce is what keeps us coming back year after year. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Another favorite and goodie of mine is Japanese breakfast buffets at hotels. Usually costs about $30 to $40 per person and has a spread of Western and Eastern choices. Back in LA, where I'm from, hotel brunches can cost anywhere from $50 to $100 per person, so $30 is a steal, especially with all the great quality food. How much does brunch in your city cost? Let me know in the comments below. Jim is a big Lost in Translation guy, so we love coming to the New York bar inside the Park Hyatt in Shinjuku to channel our inner Scarlett and Bill. The bar has amazing views and has a jazzy Manhattan vibe. Pro tip, make advance reservations. Hotel guests get priority for seating. We got to relax and enjoy the live music while we snacked on cheese and had some cocktails. Finally, our last meal had to be ramen. This one is at Narita Airport, and I gotta say, it was pretty good for being airport food. I got the tsukemen, which means dipping noodles. The sauce was flavorful, and tsukemen sauce is usually a little bit more salty than traditional ramen, and the noodles are thicker as well, but I thoroughly enjoyed this dish. Do you guys like traditional ramen or tsukemen better? Let me know in the comments below. Just remember, it's tonkotsu, not tonkatsu. As we were about to board, I saw this cool whiskey dispenser that I definitely wanted to share with you guys. Japan is known for the whiskey, so why not take a shot right before your flight? Bye for now, Tokyo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Did I miss any favorite Tokyo spots? Let me know in the comments below. Please hit the like button if you like seeing all the eateries in Japan. This really helps me to create more content for you all. And please subscribe so you can be notified of all my new videos coming. Thanks for watching. See you next time.